All right. Please, let's listen up. We are going to be looking at peptide bond formation. Now, you agree with me that amino acids are the building blocks of proteins, right? And the amino acids are linked together by peptide bonds. Now, we want to see how the peptide bonds are formed. Listen up now. If you have one amino acid here, this is an amino acid, right? Now, look at this structure. If I do it this way, if I write it this way, have I changed anything? No. This is COOH, right? The same thing that was there. Now, if I draw another amino acid here, this is one amino acid, right? This is another amino acid, is it not? This COOH is the normal way we've been writing it. Now, if I want to join these two amino acids together with a peptide bond, how do I do that? It is a condensation reaction. And in condensation reaction, water is given off. And you agree with me that water is what? H2O, right? Which is HOH. Is it not? Now, for water to be given off, we have OH here, right? We have one H here, right? You know, this H2 can be written as, right? Now, this OH can take this H and water is formed, right? So if I remove this now, if this water is formed and is given off, this all will be left, right? I'll now join this like this. H2O has been given off. This bond you have here is called the what? Peptide bond. So you notice that peptide bond is formed between the carboxylic acid and the amino group. The carboxylic acid group and the amino group, right? Do you understand? Yes. I'll take it again. If you have, let's take amino acid now. What amino acid is this? This is the simplest amino acid. What amino acid is this? Glycine, right? If I have this other one, what amino acid is this? Alanine, right? Thank you. Now, if you want to join glycine and alanine together, it is a condensation reaction, is it not? And we said in condensation reaction, water is going off. So this OH here, we take one hydrogen from here, right? So if this OH takes one hydrogen from here, how many hydrogen will be left here? And this OH is gone, right? With the OH. All you have to do is to extend this line to this thing now. So you now have a bond here. It must not be as long as this. So you can always join them together. I'm doing that for you to see what is happening. This bond here is called the what? Peptide bond. Do you understand? Do you understand? Classwork. You see them now? Yes. Okay, this is glycine alanine complex. If you want to name them, you just put the two names together. You just put the two names together. There's no separate way of naming them. This glycine alanine. That's it. All right. Are we good to go? I want to give you a little note too, before you draw that. Now, this is a better way to represent this. Water is going out, and this is what is formed. Now, if you don't call this peptide bond, what can you also call this? What can you also call it if you don't call it peptide bond? First of all, look at this stuff here. This stuff here. What was this? What functional group is this? Amide, right? Amide. So this is an amide linkage also. So if you don't call it peptide bond, you can call it amide linkage. Amide linkage, because amide is summed. Remember, amide is amino group and carbonite carbon. Alright, so that's that. Now listen up. If I join two amino acids together, just like we've done now, do you call this a monopeptide, a dipeptide, a tripeptide, a tetrapeptide, a what peptide? Dipeptide, right? Dipeptide. But I'm having just one peptide bond here now. It's two what? Two amino acids, but one peptide bond, right? So you are counting the number of amino acids. So if you have two amino acids joined together, you call that what? Dipeptide. If you have three amino acids joined, you call it tripeptide. 4 will be what? Tetrapeptide, right? 5 will be what? Pentapeptide. 6 will be what? 7 will be what? Heptapeptide. 8 will be what? Octapeptide. 9 will be what? Nonapeptide. 10 will be what? Decapeptide. 11 will be what? Undo. Alright, so that's the principle. Two amino acids, dipeptide. Now basically you have about 50 amino acids joined together to give you protein molecule. Yes, you have about 50 amino acids linked together by peptide bonds for you to have your protein molecule. Alright, so we are going to the next thing now.